Every spring, the government hands you a check for $3,200, and you blow it in about 3 weeks. New phone, weekend trip, a TV you didn't need, gone. But what if I told you that same check, the boring one you forget about by April, could turn into over $500,000? Same money, same you, one tiny decision. Here's the part that's going to sting a little. The IRS is basically funding your retirement right now, and almost nobody takes the deal. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what happens to that refund over 20, 30, and 40 years. The 30-year number made me sit up, and the 40-year one? That's where it gets ridiculous. But first, stick with me, because there's a reason you keep spending it, and it's not because you're greedy. So let's back up. Every year, the average American gets a tax refund of about $3,200. Feels like free money, right? Like a little gift from the government. But here's the truth nobody says out loud. It was never free money. It was your money. All year long, too much got pulled from your paycheck. The refund is just the government giving it back. No interest. No thank you card. So now you've got this lump sum sitting in your account, and your brain does a funny thing. It treats it like bonus cash. Found money. And found money gets spent fast. But what if you treated it differently? Okay, imagine this. You take that $3,200 just once a year, and instead of spending it, you put it into a simple S&P 500 index fund. That's just a basket of America's 500 biggest companies. You're not picking stocks. You're not gambling. You're buying a tiny slice of the whole market. Now, historically, that market has grown around 10% a year on average. Some years up, some years down, but over time it climbs. And here's the magic part. Your money starts making money. Then that money makes money. It grows on top of itself. So what does that actually look like? Let's run the numbers. After 20 years of investing your refund every spring, you'd have put in about $64,000 of your own money. But that account? It'd be worth roughly $200,000. Stop and feel that. You spent $64,000 in tax refunds you'd have wasted anyway, and the market turned it into $200,000. But that's just 20 years. Watch what happens when we keep going. Now, quick question because I'm curious. What's the dumbest thing you've ever blown a tax refund on? Be honest. Drop it in the comments. I'll go first. I once spent mine on a smart juicer I used exactly twice. Okay, back to it, because this is where it gets good. After 30 years, you've contributed around $96,000 total. But here's the thing about time. Those early investments have had decades to grow. So that account isn't worth $96,000. It's worth roughly $560,000. Read that again. Over $500,000. From a check you used to spend on stuff you don't even remember buying. But you want to know the real kicker? The most expensive mistake isn't the spending, it's the waiting. And I'll show you why in a second. First, let's push it to 40 years. Maybe you start in your 20s. You invest that same refund every single year until retirement. You'd have put in about $128,000. But the account? Somewhere around $1.5 million. A millionaire from your tax refund. The same refund your coworker just spent on a jet ski. Now here's the part the math quietly screams at you. Look at the jump. From year 20 to year 30, you added $32,000 in deposits, but the account grew by over $350,000. Most of that money? You didn't earn it by working. Time earned it for you. Which brings us back to that thing I said. The real mistake isn't spending the refund. It's starting late. See, every year you wait isn't just one lost $3,200. It's that $3,200 plus all the decades of growth it would have created. Waiting just 5 years to start can cost you over $100,000 at the end. 5 years. That's the most expensive "I'll do it later" you'll ever say. And that's the open loop I promised to close. Remember when I said the IRS is funding your retirement? This is what I meant. They overcharge you all year, hand it back in one lump, and most people hand it right back to the economy in random purchases. But the people who quietly invest it, they're letting that same check build a fortune in the background. Now, real talk, because I'm not your financial advisor and this isn't personal advice. These are just historical averages, And the market doesn't grow in a clean, straight line. Some years it drops. Returns aren't guaranteed. This is the general idea, not a promise. Talk to a pro about your own situation. But the principle? That part doesn't change. Money plus time is the whole game. So here's the one thing I want you to actually do. Next time that refund hits, before it disappears, pause. Ask yourself one question. Do I want a new gadget, or do I want a slice of $500,000? That's it. That's the whole secret. If this changed the way you look at that little spring check, hit subscribe so the next paycheck and the next refund hits different. And if you want to know exactly where to put that money first, what to do before you ever invest $1, watch this next. Because investing your refund is step 2. The video popping up right now, that's step 1. Don't skip it.